Thrasher from Escape the Fate, welcome to Sydney. You got here just in time for the rain, the thunderstorms.
Thank you, man. Yeah.
Yes, but our stage is indoors, so
Yes.
I think we can serve to benefit from this.
I think you can, absolutely. People will be looking for cover and coming your way.
And we will provide them a nice soundtrack.
How's the tour been so far? Enjoying it?
It's been amazing. This is one of the best tours of our career, dude. It's been like the most fun. Every day is like the best show we've ever played. And then just like hanging out and just vacationing, really. It's been awesome, man.
Yeah, we did a couple Soundwave shows, both of them sold out.
Right.
And got to see the zoo today. Saw some koalas, kangaroos.
Nice.
All that fun stuff.
Now, the Sidewaves in the tour that you did in the States, the Bury The Hatchet tour, I heard someone say at the Sidewave the other night, this is the last time you'll see these bands play together. Has that hatchet been resharpened, or...?
Well, it's over, that's all.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? And we're playing with them in New Zealand like in 2 days. You know, that's not exactly the same though, because it's not billed as, you know, us together.
Yeah.
That's just a coincidence. We're on the same festivals, but yeah, we're done. We've put it past us, and it's time to move on. And you know, and for us, we're on to some new shit. You know, we want to reinvent ourselves and everything, and we plan on doing that with the new record. And you know, we wanted to let our fans know by doing all those shows that we do care about them. You know, that we understand the legacy of the band and the history of the band and its past and what it means to people. So we went ahead and this past year we touched on that and we made sure we gave them the show that they wanted to see. We did everything in our power to give them the show they wanted to see, and so you know, now it's time to move on and it's time to do other things.
Do you think that maybe the media and people make a bigger deal about some, you know, issues like that, and they blow it out of proportion?
Well,
you can say yes, but there's certainly some truths in everything, you know?
But everything always sort of gets extrapolated into this big thing.
Well, I mean, I don't think it's just not. It's not so much blowing it out of proportion. It's just that you just observe it and dissect it, and small things tend to have a profound effect on what it means to be a fan of this band, you know, and not just this band. I mean, you got Slash on this stage, you know, tonight, and I watched him last night, and I'm just thinking, fuck, man, I love this guy, and I love his solo stuff. But when he started that Sweet Child of Mine riff, you get sent somewhere magical, you know, and wouldn't it be great to see him and Axel and the rest of the guys get together and just play music because we love it.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? And there's something magical about that, and because of whatever small minor grudges or things that happen along the way, when they do happen, it ruins something magical. So I don't think it's blowing it out of proportion. I think, you know, a small tiff that we may have can, you know, ruin some dreams for fans.
Gotcha.
So, you know, as far as the problems that we have, they're minuscule. There will always be some, but there will always be problems with any band that we ever tour with, because it's a business and you have to learn to work together, and there's compromise and things like that. But there's nothing personal with him. We're good. We're friends. It's whatever.
With the lineup, a few lineup changes over more recent years, do you find that there's been a new energy that comes with the lineup change and new members? And
yeah, dude, like we're fucking striving to be great, and we push each other in various ways, and we're all making some changes inside ourselves to better ourselves, to compromise, you know, in ways that we never thought we would. And it's very weird because, like, I've been able to have talks with Craig, like, about him, like, personally, inside himself, demons he's had as a friend, and helping him resurrect these fucking, or not resurrect, exercise those demons. And it's made the band so much tighter. We communicate so much more. These guys are my best friends. I fucking love being around them. I love touring with them. You know, I've been Kevin's roommate for the last fucking 3 weeks, you know, touring, and you know, I chill with TJ at his house. It's like we're all friends now, and that type of relationship, you know, it creates wonders, dude, because, you know, we want to be around each other. We want to tour. We want to make music. It's a lot better than, you know, everyone being miserable.
yeah, for sure. Is there new music this year? New album?
Definitely, yeah. We've got a ton of demos we've been recording, everywhere from, we were recording in Europe, we were writing ideas on the plane coming out to Australia. We've been writing in Los Angeles, where a few of us reside. We've got probably over 20 demos ready to go.
You say you're writing on the plane. How does that work? Just lyrical ideas?
Well, you
is
can,
it
Logic
melodies?
Pro.
Sorry?
Logic Pro X.
Just programming,
on the laptop,
like
Oh, yeah?
programming drum beats. You know, you can make your chord progressions. You can even make a synth sound like a guitar, and you can have an idea in your head. And as long as you can get that out there, you can have the general foundation of a song laid out. And then when you get home, you just lay down all the guitars and everything.
Nice. Is that usually how the songwriting works in Escape the Fate? Everyone brings their own little ideas and then you bounce off each other?
Yeah, I mean,
it's always changing.
varies, yeah.
Like, we could either, you know, be inspired. We want to write a fucking heavy song. We want to write This War's Ours type song, like almost a follow-up. And we'll go in with that intention to write that song. And we could do that in a jam space, in a room with Robert being like, dude, I've got this crazy double kick pattern, and then put some guitars down. Or you can come up with a vocal melody, lyrical concept, chord progression. There's just no real formula, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I find what we've been doing lately is as simple as just fucking doing that old school mentality of, you hear a melody, you hear a lyric in your head, you fucking take that phone out and you lay it down. And that second that spark's going, you have to fucking start. You gotta get in the computer, you gotta record, you gotta do shit, because what that moment that you have and what's in your head, you'll never recapture that. So you have to fucking lay it down quick.
You've learned that over the time where you go, oh, I'll remember that little melody from later.
Yeah, and I'm actually pretty sharp with that because I've done that. I know, like, that's like a thing that Jay-Z is like a genius about. He remembers lines and he writes them in his head. He remembers them and he can go back and take out one word or two words and spit nearly the exact line, changing that one part. That's what I've heard anyway. And you think you can do that, but nah, dude. It just doesn't have the same feeling. So you just got to be quick with it. And right now it's almost like it's on your toes writing, like just like fucking every idea. There's no idea too small or too big. Like if you think it's cool, if you heard it in your head, maybe we can expand on it. Maybe something you thought was gonna be great, well, I can't think of a vocal melody. That thing goes to shit.
Yeah.
So it's all about just having as much content as possible, and that's like where we're at right now. We just have so much stuff. Those are 20 demos that he's talking about are like something that's more concrete. There's like hundreds, really.
Yeah, the 20
just
demos
ideas.
are like almost fully produced programming and vocals and everything.
That doesn't include the 100 or so ideas.
voice memos. Yeah.
Which, who knows?
And right now we're in a writing mentality, like state of mind. So everything we think of, everything we do, every experience we have, we're just taking in, we're using that as inspiration to put into the record.
So travelling would obviously enhance that. Like you said, you went to the zoo today. I'm not
Yeah,
saying
it's
you're
like-
going to start writing songs about koalas, but you know.
Sometimes you're on tour and you're just focused on the show, on the fans, on building the band up. And then right now, currently, since we're about to go in the studio, all we think about before we go to sleep when we wake up is new music, writing, concepts.
It's pretty stressful. Like what I've been saying with like Kevin, like some, you know, important in his life told him, you know, you gotta take care of Kevin so that Kevin could take care of Thrasher, you know. And Thrasher's the guy you see on stage, you know, and I have that sort of split personality as well, where it's like, it's my mentality, like once I get out in this environment, I like walk around like I'm the best looking dude in the world and I'm like fucking cooler than anyone. You need that. Why would you go on stage if you feel fucking self-conscious?
That's true.
You know, and that point when you're writing is the barrier between the two. It's your inner heart, it's who you really are, combined with who you want to be, you know, and that's what we try to get right now. And so it's kind of stressful trying to balance both of that right now out here, because I want to be Robert the Legend on the stage, but I'm in the back of my head, I'm like, fuck, we only got like 2 weeks left. We got to crank some fucking masterpieces out real quick, you know. And really, when you listen to the shit we got, it's like, fuck, that's a hit. Fuck, that's a hit. Holy shit, we're good.
Yeah, it's
and
very
you're
diverse
like, nah,
right now.
we don't got it yet. We don't got it. And that's constantly like, boom, next
We've
thing.
got a bunch of slow jams, a bunch of fast jams, a bunch of metal, a bunch of old school metal. a bunch of new school metal.
So it's just trying to combine that all together and
then make a record.
Yeah.
You know,
and balance it out, tell the story.
Exactly. Make a full one album that you can listen front to back.
So there's no deadline on that at this stage?
Yeah, there is. Going to the studio mid-April.
Okay.
And then got to do that record before we hit Warped Tour this summer.
Jeez.
Yeah, Warped Tour starts
That is getting into the
mid-June.
studio and doing it quick.
Yeah, Warped Tour starts mid-June, and we don't plan on having the record out at the beginning of Warped Tour. We plan on having it done, and maybe, you know, as far as recording, it'll have to be done, but then some mixing here and there.
And
we
if
want
Craig
to have a
needs to fly
song out.
we can do that too.
We want to have a song out either in the middle or hopefully before Warped Tour, something completely done, and then getting close to the end of it or right after it, release our album. But it's a tough task, but I think we can do it, you know.
Nice. Well, guys, thank you very much. I know you've got to jet off, but I really appreciate the time.
Thanks a lot, brother.
Go and get them.
Good
Have
being
a
on
great
this
time.
show.
Thank you very much.